Hello, Jay Lawrence of 8020guitar.com. Let's take a look at the Beatles' Let It Be, a good old classic. We're going to break down the rhythm and the chords for these tunes separately, just like we usually do, and I'm going to use some easy chords to show you how to play it. For those that have seen these lessons before, you already know that we're called 8020guitar.com because statistically 80% of your skill as a guitar player come from only 20% of what you actually do. We only want you to focus on that 20% here at 8020guitar.com because we want you to be playing faster. This is an economic principle that when you apply it through playing the guitar through 8020guitar.com will get you up and running more quickly. We're a 100% web-based teaching guitar shop. We give you instant access to full-length video lessons and e-courses without having to wait in the mail for a DVD set or travel to a private lesson. In fact, why don't you click on this link here either at the end of the video or you can click on it right now. I'll send you instantly a free e-course to get you started on how to hold, tune, and play some basic chords like the ones I'm about to show you. For now, let's take a look at the Beatles' Let It Be. Alright, cool guys, the Beatles' Let It Be. We're going to break this song down into two parts like we usually do. We're going to take a chord inventory from the very top of the song straight through in order of the chords that you see or you hear, I guess, the proverbial seeing. And then I'm going to coach you through how to bring those together as you're practicing the chords. We're going to set the chords aside. We're going to bring the rhythm into the picture separately, and then I'll coach you through how to bring the chords and the rhythm together, and we'll call it a day. Alright, so first things first, you do not need one of these guys. This is a capo. You might have seen on a lot of the other videos, or I'm sure you have seen already, that I use that a lot, and I tell you some spiel about, you can play easier chords, but it sounds exactly the same as the official recording, yada yada, that kind of thing. So you don't have to mess around online finding the right chords, that kind of story. This song's already written in a pretty easy key. So Paul uses all the white keys in the piano, C major, so it's pretty easy to play with open chords in the guitar. So you don't need a capo. Again, let's take a look at the chords from the very top, which starts with the intro, which starts with C major. Here's your C major chord. It goes from C major to G major, and then to A minor, and then to F major. Okay, then to C major, to G major, then to F major, back to C major. Okay, so that's the intro chords and the verse chords. So those are exactly the same. Now the chorus, the second half of the chorus, is the same as the second half of the chords I just showed you. So keep that in mind. I'll show you the beginning of the chorus now. It starts with an A minor. Goes from A minor to G major, then to F major, and to C major. And these next four chords are the same as the last four chords in the intro and the verse. C major, to G major, then to F, and to C major. Okay, so you've got like 90% of the chords down already. Now the chords in the chorus, again, it's the same chords as the verse in the intro. It's just kind of reshuffled a little bit, which makes that part easy for you. Now there's a pre-bridge part where the chords, again, are exactly the same and actually in the same order. They just happen and kind of fly at you a little bit more quickly. The bridge of the song is where the guitar solo begins. So the Beatles prep that guitar solo by having these chords, F major, C, and then the next three chords happen pretty fast. G, F, C. Okay, so you've got that F major, then to C, then to G, F, C. And then it goes do-do-do-do-do-do, and it goes into that whole lead part. Okay, so that happens twice. One at about the middle point of the song, and then at the very end of the song. That pre-bridge chord sequence happens a little bit faster than the rest of the chords. Okay, so we've looked at the chord inventory from all the way to the top to the very bottom. Quick coaching to coach you through practicing chords if you're a beginner guitar player. Please do not get discouraged if you can't switch between those chords. Those are kind of tough to do if you're just starting to play, okay? So take the chords one at a time in order that I just showed you. Pause the YouTube video, look at the chord chart, or better yet, you can download that free e-course. I'll walk you through each one of these chords one at a time. But play the chords alone, okay? Don't try to mix and match and switch and add the rhythm. That's way too much stuff. Just play the chords one at a time, independently of the other chords, and get all your buzzing and your muting issues out. Then try to bring and switch between those chords in order that I showed you. not to speed, but just at the slowest speed that you need to get all the buzzing and muting issues out of your chord switches. Okay, so take the chords alone first, take out your buzzing and muting and practice up to that point, and then switch between those chords slowly, not to rhythm, to get your buzzing and muting issues out of the switching between the chords. Okay, so those are the chords. We're going to set those chords aside for right now. We're going to bring on the rhythm. When you practice rhythm separately, which I implore you to please practice it separately. I've had way too many students try to bring way too much together too quickly. Practice these things separately. It will speed up the amount of time that you need to play the song effectively and accurately. Okay, so the rhythm, we're going to bring this on together. Take your hand, bring it at a right angle, and put your fingers right over the 6 strings of your guitar. You want to get a full muting sound like I'm getting right now. The reason you're doing this is I don't want your brain to give any effort onto playing the chords. Okay, I just want you to think about rhythm and practice rhythm separately when you're first learning a song. So here's the rhythm: down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. And that goes through the entire song. What's down mean? It means a down stroke going from the ceiling or the fat string of the guitar down to the thin string or to the floor. Okay, an upstroke is the opposite. You start near the floor or with the thin string on the guitar, and you go up towards the ceiling or to the fat string of the guitar. Down, stroke, upstroke. Down stroke, down, down, up, down. Practice this as slowly as you need to get it perfectly on its own. It looks kind of silly, and I'm wasting valuable airtime on the YouTube video. I know, I get it, but I'm telling you, from teaching thousands of students, down, 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 up, down. Take it as slowly as you need to. Because when you add the chords, you don't want your brain to be giving it any mental energy with the rhythm. Okay, now when you do add the chords and the rhythm together, take them as slow as you need to get all those parts moving perfectly. Okay, let's try it. Down, down, up, down, 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 C major, G major, down, down, up, F, down, down, up, C major. Okay? And it starts right back at the top. Okay, so that's the rhythm. When you bring the chords together, again, practice them separately, and then practice bringing them together after you can play both of those independently of one another. We've looked at the chords from top to bottom. I've given you the chord inventory of the whole thing: intro, verse, chorus, and pre-bridgey part. We've looked at the rhythm separately. If you have any trouble or have any questions about how to hold your guitar, how to tune your guitar, how to practice those 4 core chords independently of one another like I was discussing, click on this link here. It's a free e-course. We have designed it for beginning guitar players. Put your email address in there so I know exactly where to send it to. You will get an email immediately from me with access to that free e-course. Okay? Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment. If this has been helpful to you, please do leave comments there beneath the video. We greatly appreciate that. And I'll see you either in the course or in the next YouTube video. Thanks for watching.